I think there is something you should be buying with your money. Hey, welcome back. This video will help you achieve your success. Alright, so even though financial freedom doesn't always necessarily translate into your real ultimate freedom, which is really mastering yourself, it really helps a lot. For some, this is obvious. For others, this is actually opposite of the truth. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you will see that it's much easier to process or think about bigger ideas in your life once your lower level needs are met. You have to have those met. I'm talking about like air, food, water, shelter, security. Once you have those met, if you're not worried about those anymore, then your mind is much more able to expend energy on bigger ideas. It's gonna put you much closer to your ultimate goal, which is your ultimate freedom, but you have to have these covered first. And you may already have a great income, but if you're not spending it properly, or if you're just buying things and everything that comes in, you just go shopping and everything goes right out, that's not gonna put you in that spot where you're financially free. Because you depend on your own work. You have to put in work, and that's how you make money. And this is gonna put you under huge stress because you know that anytime you stop working, money stops coming in. But if you're gonna be smart with your money and you're gonna set up your finances so that you're not worried about your finances anymore, or those basic needs are covered for life, it'll be much easier for you to become really free. And look, I have huge experience in wasting money. I was not always oriented in this way or thinking about this in a frugal or shrewd manner. I was wasting money left and right. I was thinking that it would fulfill me buying things and accumulating things, but it didn't. It never does. In fact, it's the opposite. It's like drinking salt water when you're really thirsty. You think you're trying to kill the thirst, but instead it makes it so much worse. So here today, let's change that. I think there is something you should be buying with your money. With your hard-earned money, you should buy more money. You got to. You gotta start flipping that side where you work for the money and you have to make money work for you. Okay, so what the hell do I mean buying more money with your money? Sounds crazy, but what I mean is you have to become an investor. And you can become an investor many different ways. You can buy real estate, you can buy stocks, you can just invest in businesses directly, numerous ways of being an investor. But what I'm talking about today, and which is actually the easiest to get started on, is stocks or stock market. So I'm not going to go into very technical details in this video about stocks and stock market and what particular ones do you have to buy, but I will tell you why you need that. I'm sure you already have heard about it and you kind of have an intuitive idea that this is something that you might want to get in. It sounds like a good idea, but it's kind of not very comfortable because you've never done it. The thing is that you have to get started. And earlier you get started, the better it is. Exponentially. Like this has a compounding effect, which just this word like kind of compound effect is being thrown around a lot, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense if you don't sit down and actually count or look what it really means and how amazingly it works for your advantage if you start early. You gotta get started on that. So why stock market? Because when you buy stocks or ETFs, or again, I don't want to get too technical, but when you invest in stocks, you actually become part owner of that company. And whatever that company earns, you get to share that too. And obviously this is oversimplified, but it is actually accurate. So next time you go into Starbucks and you buy a cup of coffee, if you own Starbucks shares, it's like kind of going in your own coffee shop. And even though this is oversimplified, this is closest as it gets earning money while you sleep. And this is the true way of becoming financially free. And this is so freaking exciting for me because I know value of hard work. I know value of sweat. Earning while asleep was never a familiar idea for me. But when you discover this concept and you know how it works, man, there's no going back. You got to try this. Since I was 10 years old, I wanted to get out and get a job and help my family because I was witnessing this financial struggle that we were going through. And since then, I had this mentality of working hard is the key. And it is. I always worked hard, no matter how stressful it was. And today too, I work extremely hard. I am running a business. I have employees, responsibilities, family, and I'm not saying that you should not work hard. You have to work hard. That still is the key to success. But working hard and smart, when you couple these two, it's just going exponentially higher. What I mean is, when you work hard and you earn some money, and then you know exactly where to direct and where to put that money so that the money that you earned is going to start earning you money. That is the key. That is so exciting. It's just unbelievable. Because you make your money work just as hard as you do. It's not only you now that have to work hard. You can work hard and you can have your money work hard, even harder for you. Look, and I'm not saying this is easy, but not being invested, not thinking about your financial freedom is actually much harder. Because imagine if you have $1,000 coming in every month as dividends. It's not even coming out of this chunk or principal that you have earned, but just extra, like $1,000 are coming in every month. And then next year, the $1,000 turns into $1,200, and on. It just kind of grows like that, and you're getting this check every month. Like how much of a relief that's going to be on your psyche when you know that you're okay. Your basic stuff is covered. Like that is tremendous help. You can be concentrated on many different ideas if you choose to do so after that. Like you can concentrate being more helpful to others, and you can just relax a little bit more, right? And I'm not saying you have to relax or you don't have to relax, that's besides the point, but the point is that you have that option. And I understand you might not be exactly ready because you might have a debt that has a high interest rate and you would rather pay that off now versus having a debt and investing in stocks. That's not going to make a lot of sense. The point is that you need to get that mindset that you have to make that money that you earn work for you, and you have to stop somehow working for that money. I mean, you don't have to stop working or earning money, that's not what I'm saying, but my point is that you don't have to depend on it. Basically, if you don't have your job, that should not mean that you lose your roof over your head and you're not going to be able to afford to buy food and have shelter. I mean, that has to be guaranteed. You're going to be so much more productive, so much more relaxed, so much more comfortable and thinking clearly, because if you have your responsibilities, or if you have family, or even if it's just yourself, you don't want to be worried about those basic things. So if this makes sense, if this also excites you, and if you have decided, you know what, I am gonna become an investor, I'm gonna make that money work for me, please hit that like button and share with your friends. Share this video with someone that could use an advice not to spend money as much on things that don't give a lot of return. And finally, if you're on a self-improvement journey to master yourself, master your life, please subscribe to this channel and turn on that notification bell.